Good afternoon, students.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, shall I start? Shall I start?
Okay, sir.
I want to wait 5 minutes. I think 64 members only join now. 66 minus 2, 64 only. Okay, 65. I think 72 in your batch, in your group. Then one more information, I think Abdul 4775.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have registration number?
No, sir, I'm new.
New one today, new admission?
Yeah.
Okay, then okay. Then another Sitra, human, who is that? Another two are without registration number. Sitra. Who is that? Abhishant, how many new admission today? Abhishant?
Yes, sir. Last week, 3 new students.
Name, please tell.
Sitara Pumanta, Abdul Wajid, Dalagoda Gather, and one girl, sir.
Three other new admission. I think here group
Yes,
1, 3 other group 1. Okay,
group 2, I think one girl.
Okay, then 2020 AG 058 also without name. Please add your name also, registration number and name. Then I think then now 75 in your group. 72 plus 3.
Yes, sir, but they don't have the proper group, so they joined in group 1.
Okay, but in your WhatsApp group, no? How many members in your group? Sorry, you have separate group maintaining in WhatsApp or group 1 and group 2 or together one group?
No, sir, all together one group.
Okay. Then how many total number?
146, sir.
146, I think 166 or like. Then 2020 AG 058. Who is that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can join with your name also. What is the name?
No, sir.
Okay, then join with name also. Registration number, then space or dash, then name.
Okay, sir.
Easily we can identify who are the absent and present. Okay, let's start. Now time also going on. We have a lot of things we want to finish. Okay. Okay, what are things studied in last class? What are things? Aisa, 2020 age is 086. Aisa? Zero 86. Are you present? Aisa? You are didn't tell yes or no, I automatically.
Yes, sir. I have covered with problems. Sorry, sir.
Okay, then what are things study in last class?
Uh, Compost.
Compost. Compost. So last class present or not?
Present, sir.
Okay, then tell what are things study. No need tell deeply. I asked just kidding only.
Compost method, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Then Jamsiga, Jamsiga AG0.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are the method available for compost making? But method, we are studying only one method in previous lectures. You want to study other two method in now.
Aerobic composting and
No. What are the? I ask. What are the compost preparation method? Okay, then during the compost preparation.
method.
Okay, then the last one.
Barrel or bin
Okay,
method.
barrel or bin method, no? Okay, thank you. Then Janani AG014. Okay, what are things we want to consider during the preparation of compost making? We are studying, I think, lot of things, site selection like that. We are studying lot of things. Tell some things. We want to consider during the site selection of the compost making. What are things we want to consider? Janani, are you present?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell some green material for compost preparation.
Vegetable based.
Others?
Grasses.
Grass clipping, yeah. Glyceria. What are the nutrition available in glyceria? What are the purpose? We want to get some material you said get some nutrition. That time I asked in legume one of the nutrition available in most. What are nutrition most available in glyceria? Glyceria, one of the legume crop.
Nitrogen.
No? Yeah, nitrogen. That is correct. Yeah, nitrogen. That is correct. Okay, thank you. Then I don't know your name. Others you are because you batch I know everyone name, but you are new one. No, I difficult to I read also your name. Okay, then AG068.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sell some brown material used for compost making.
Newspaper, cardboard. Paddy.
Paddy store. Okay, thank you. Then Jadusa. Elsa, are you present?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I ask. Okay, what are the material we can't use for preparation of compost? Some material we cannot use. Okay, to preparation of the compost making. Tell some what are the material we cannot use.
Mm.
Tell. Read it. Elsa?
Yes, sir.
Yes, read. I saw in slide, no, now you can.
Oh, sir.
You can't see my slide. Yes, I saw. Okay, thank you. Okay, your coverage is widening. Boys, yes. Okay, listen, Ayaka MB.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are the things important for preparation of the vermicompost? One of the things is very important for preparation of the vermicompost. What are things?
Making compost by using earthworms.
Okay, worm was very important to preparation of the vermicompost, no?
Yes. Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. AG 114. AG 114. AG 114. AG 156.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We want to, what are things we want to consider? We selection of the compost making. We want to select a better place for the compost making. What are the consider?
Shaded area.
Yes.
The area should be clean.
Yes.
And also it should be closer to the
Yes.
home. Water should be available.
Yes.
Well drained soil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Sagra. Okay, you are pocket. I think you are didn't study. Okay, when you are starting in next class, within by 1 hour, I recall the practical. After 1 hour only, I will teach. Okay, you want to study. Otherwise, we are teaching is no meaning. No, you are didn't study. We are teaching. That is not good meaning. I think. Okay, then next class onward, 1 hour is lectures. 1 hour is. Okay, I think We are studying in heap method in last class. Now we will study in bit method. Okay, shall I start? Shall I start?
Yes, sir.
Others?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You also know you are very tiring, miss, because this is afternoon time. Okay. I think university also will reopening, not reopening, but you opening is very soon. I think because now is madam called to us for opening in coming Monday. We want to attend in physically in university. That said, you also want to attend within soon. I think I don't know how it's possible, but within 1 week or 2 weeks, if you are not vaccinated until now, you can go in your hospital or MOH. You can vaccinate it. That is good. Otherwise, not vaccinated and not allowed to university. I think. Okay, as the senior, I will tell that I didn't tell any rules. I will tell it's a formality. If you are not vaccinated, you can go and vaccinate. That is good. Near to your MOH or hospital or any place, some army camp or anything. Okay, otherwise difficult, I think. Okay, we will study pit method. Make the pit to the deep in 1 meter. Okay, no need too much of deep. 1 meter is enough to this method of compost making. Okay, then length and width of the pit will be vary according to the land availability. If you have big land, you can increase and bit of the that bit. Okay, otherwise you can make the separate small bit in increase the number. That is also good, I think. Okay, then place the lay grasses at the bottom of the pit about the 10 to 15 centimeter. Okay, then dry grasses. Okay, dry grasses bottom of the pit about 10 into 15 centimeter. Okay, 15 centimeter height, 10 into 15 centimeter height dry grasses. Okay, you in pit method you want to put the grasses, dry grasses. Okay, in 10 into 15 centimeter in the bottom. Okay, I forgot to tell. I think I informed Samira in group 2. Okay, I tell I already have one assignment. You want to take the photos. You are preparing them. You want to take the photos and mark that, label it in photo. It is we are preparing compost. The dry leaf. This one is paddy straw. This one is cow manure. Like that, you want to take the photo and label it. Okay. Then after turning them, you are watering them and you are turning them. Temperature measurement time and you are a lot of things. I teach in large class. Every time you photos in your using your family members or brothers or sister or anyone, you can use both that photos No need PC, who is that? Okay, you want to take the photos and label it. What are things? After the end of the 1 month semester, you every photo make that as the PDF and want to submit in LMS or anything. I will inform in later. That's why you want to take the photos, okay, and label it, okay. Not end of the semester. Suddenly I will call to representatives send you photos like that. I will ask. Okay, you prepare it. Okay, you finish very work within whatever work given today. You want to finish within today. That is good. Next day is bad. Okay, this today is enough for today work. Okay. Okay, we will see. Bottom layer we want to fill with grass, dry grass, 10 into 15 centimeter. Above the place, above the that dry grass, green leaf. We want to put the green leaf in 15 centimeter height. Okay. Then above these green leaf, place of the coconut. Okay, that one also you can get easily. Okay. Then place these decomposable material and nitrogenous material alternatively as the layer. Okay, repeat this general sequence. Okay, you want to have height, you want to do it again. Dry grass and green leaves and coconut fibers, like that you want to do again. These layers are repeated until the fit is full. Okay, finally place the layer of banana leaf or coconut leaf also we can use, I think. Okay, you have banana leaf, you can use it. Otherwise you can use coconut leaf also or palmera leaf also possible. Okay, just tell me. Who is that? When you are not present in last class? Okay, then now his time is already half an hour, 40 minutes is going. That keep me the, I think more than 15 slides. Now it's not possible, no? I will explain after that finishing this class. I will allocate it one time for you and explain for newcomers also here, no? 3 or 4. That time I will explain. Huh? Okay. Okay, one is the fit is full. It is left side from for the 10 into 15 days. During this time, aerobic compression decomposition will occur. Okay, that heap method is to hiding compared to pit method. Heap method is less time. Okay, this pit method need more time for decomposition. Okay, 10 into 15 days needed for aerobic decomposition. Okay, then after the 15 days, turn the compost and mix the whole layer. After the 15 days, you want to turn the compost and we want to mix with all layer. Okay, it is provide the air and lead to the possibility of the moisture. Okay, this compost is turned again after the 15 days later for better result. Okay, period of aerobic activity, the pit is sealed with the layer of mud. It is then left for the 6 to 8 months for anaerobic decomposition will occur. Okay, before that I think 1 month need for aerobic decomposition. After 6 to 8 months need for anaerobic decomposition. Okay, that's why it is need long time. Okay, then while this method is take the long time for finish the compost, it is simple to do and require the little labor and no machinery. Okay, this useful idea in place with long dry period as it help to the maintain the glady community. Okay, then however in wet period there may be risk of the saturation from the ground. We cannot prepare during the wet season. Wet season mean rainy season or wet place because cannot risk of the saturation from the ground. Even when the pit is covered in this wet season, compost should be not be made in pit method. Okay, pit method is not good in rainy season or wet area or okay high moisture level area. It is not good. Erosion of the pit is important. For it, tube are sometimes used for this purpose of the layer skull composition. Okay, we can use this tube for the air circulation. Okay, then for the purpose of the turning is beneficial when have the second pit available. Okay, you can prepare in them. Second pit we want to one pit is compost preparation, another pit also needed for turning. That is good, I think, turning. Okay, pit composting will also work well where small amount of material are continually being added. Okay, then it may be longer time to produce the finished compost in this way of bin method compared to keep method or parallel method or bin method. Okay. Then third one is bin method or parallel method. Okay. Here we want to select some criteria. Okay. One is the site selection for the compost bin. Okay. Suitable and compatible sites in the compost. The bin can be placed better to have the protection from the direct sunlight or drain water. If the bin placed outside the house, it can be placed backyard of the house or corner of the garden at the or shade area. Okay, shade area or corner of the garden or backyard of the house. Okay, because some bad smell will come. No, that's why we want to select it. Already these are being studied. Okay, preparation of the platform for the bin. Okay, after the selecting the place of bin, manage the 6-inch height of platform of available material and manage the bin placement. Okay, we want to make in say 6-inch for the bin placement. Okay, okay. Then third one is bin placement. The bin should be placed on the platform and it should be arranged in the such as the way that door of the compost bin should face well for easy collection of the compost. Okay. Bin should be arranged in the non-moving position. Okay, because prevent the non-moving position, we want to preparing that platform. Okay, inside the platform we can put the barrel or bin. Okay, that is good. Okay, I think after finishing 5 weeks, I think finish 5 weeks, your quiz exam also will happen. No, that's why you want to need 2 devices. One device is for your video and audio. One device is for you are doing LMS work. Okay, now other batches 2, 1, 3, 1 are doing exam in LMS. Okay, do can't copy from others because mic is on, video is on, and we are separated 10 students for 1 staff. That's why we are maintained. Okay, then difficult to copy. Okay, then you arrange. If you are not don't have any 2 device, you won't arrange it. Okay, that's why I will inform. Okay, then bin placement. That bin placement important to prevent the moving position. Okay, you can see it in this picture. This is platform for bin. This one is bin placement. Okay, then fixation of the iron frame in the bin. Okay, iron frame should be kept in the bin where if the position is provided in the bin. Okay, then prepare the layer over the iron frame. Put the 3 or 4 fold of the newspaper or papers on the iron rod frame so as the protect the waste of the falling down. For falling down, we can use the papers above the iron. Okay. Then put the layer of the soil. Put about the 1 inch layer of the soil. Okay. Surface soil or garden soil we can use because surface soil is have higher nutrition compared to the deep soil. Okay, in your garden you are selected in surface soil and deep soil. Surface soil is have the high nutrition compared to the deep soil. Okay, that's why we can use the surface soil. Someone said in coconut cultivation also you can make hole. I think 1 meter with 1 meter length and 1 meter deep. After you want to plant it in coconut, you want to put the surface soil. Then because it's deep soil, don't have nutrition, too much of nutrition. That's why we can use in surface soil. Okay. The paper. Now bin is ready for the compost preparation. Okay. Hard based material can be transferred in the bin for the compost preparation. Okay, then now we will see the method of compost making in this bin method or barrel method. Okay, collection of the organic waste. Okay, manage the bucket having the lid to collect the organic waste. Collect the home organic waste and cut them into small pieces. Already we are studying, less than 30 centimeter. 1 to 2 inches pieces. Okay, and put it in the bucket. Okay, transfer the support waste into the bin and remain close at the bucket all the time. Okay, remain close the bucket all the time. Therefore, on the collecting the waste. Okay, during the collecting waste, we want to remaining bucket will be want to closed in the same bin. Okay. Second one is transferring the waste in the bin. Okay, put the collected waste into the bin once day, either in the morning or evening. Morning and evening is possible. Okay, check the waste material, that is whether the waste are cut into the pieces or not, and we want to check that wastes are cutting in small pieces or not. Like that, we want to check it. To remove it, and we want to cut in small piece, and we want to put in bin. Okay, then third one is service leveling inside the bin. We want to, after the putting the waste, we want to leveling also important. That's why we can maintain how many centimeter like that. We want to make the some coal around this barrel. We want to increase the air circulation. Okay, you can see here have some coal now. That's why increase the air circulation. Okay, then service leveling inside the bin. After the putting the waste in the bin, the surface of the waste heap should be leveled by the small shovel. Okay, anything you can use it. Okay, so that it could not be heaped in the place or corner. Okay, this will result uniform distribution of the air and moisture and inoculum in the waste. Okay, increase the uniformity of the moisture and air and inoculum. Okay, that's why leveling is very important. Okay, put the other waste material like ash and faulty manure and we also put in the bin to make the compost. If these things would be well mixed with waste and put into the bin, okay, will be good inoculum and will help to the decomposed waste faster. Okay, then other decomposed material also we want to mix it very well. Okay, with the waste. That's why we can increase the fast of the decomposition. Okay, then at the bottom to keep the waste moist, spread or sprinkler water over the waste material inside the bin to maintain the certain moisture content in the waste. In the high moisture condition, anaerobic decomposition will be initiated, which will be result leachate problem and give bad odor. Some bad smell will come. Okay, high moisture you add in high moisture in that bin, you can get some bad smell. Okay, that's why you want to add needed amount of water. So keep the water just moist waste material. Okay, then time taken for the decomposition. In general, compost is prepared within 3 months, but it can be prepared in 2 months of good inoculum. You can use good inoculum. You can prepare it within 2 months. Okay, others we needed 3 months, but here you can add good inoculum. You can prepare it within 3 months. Okay, here have some barrel method. Okay, you can use them some material. Okay, you can use it. This method also you can use. This one also you can use. Whatever you can use it. Okay. These are the things you want to consider during the preparation of the bin method or barrel method of the compost making. You can prepare it in your home level also, very easy, no? In your physically attempt to the university, we can prepare it in our laboratory. during the practical time. Okay, up to now, anyone have doubt? Please test me. Oh, please put the message in chat box. Okay, now we will see some video clip. After video clip, if you have someone have doubt, now you want to see that video is very clearly, I think. Estimate how much easy custom.
Sorry, coach. Plates. How to start a compost pit. Compost.
Okay, can you listen that audio is clearly?
Yes, sir.
Others?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is the single most important supplement you can give your garden. It is a simple way to add nutrients to your garden that promotes plant growth and restores vitality to depleted soil. It is also good for the environment. In this video, you will learn how to start a compost pit. This type of composting works if you have a backyard or garden. Choose a place to dig. Dig your hole in a future planting area. You will be building fertility right where you want it. Dig a hole 12 inches deep. It should be big enough that your food waste can fit in at least 6 inches of space to fill in with soil. If you are going to add meat and dairy and have lots of wildlife around, dig deeper so you have room on top for a generous layer of soil. The soil will act as a filter for any smells that come from the decomposing waste. If you will be composting for an extended period of time, dig a trench instead of a hole and fill it in a bit at a time. Dump in your food waste. You can rinse your collection container and dump the water into the hole, too. If you are in a dry climate, add some extra water. Cover with at least 6 inches of soil. Mound up the soil and press it down gently, but do not compact. While this is not hot composting, the soil microorganisms still need oxygen to live and reproduce. The soil will settle a bit as the material decomposes. Adding garden soil to your compost will help to mask any odors, and microorganisms in the soil will accelerate the composting process. If you are worried about digging animals, you can cover the pit. Covering helps retain moisture and heat, two essentials for compost. Covering also prevents the compost from being overwatered by rain. The compost should be moist, but not soaked and sodden. Turn the compost. Every few weeks give the pile a quick turn with a shovel. This aerates the pile. Oxygen is required for the process to work and turning adds oxygen. Mixing or turning the compost pile is key to aerating the composting materials and speeding the process to completion. The soil beneath the compost bin becomes enriched as nutrients filter down. You can place your bin on a plot of earth that you plan to use for a future garden patch. Each year, you can move the compost pit to a different area. You will get the benefit of nutrient-rich soil ready for new plantings.
I think coverage is so. Wait.
A home compost pit. And what we want to do is just find a spot in our yard and just start digging. We want at least 6 inches deep to 12 inches deep, probably 3.
Okay, they are hiding very low. Okay, sorry students, I think coverage is very poor because of high air circulation in our area. That's why I think very poor. Okay, I will send the link to your representative, then you can see it. You go on YouTube and see. Okay, otherwise you can search in YouTube also. Lot of videos available. These are the typical thing in online study and lot of things. Okay, we will move to the final section. Okay, qualities of the well decomposed compost. Okay, compost will be odorless or no bad odors smells out. Okay, that means you can get the cow to check that you can get the quality compost, that smell is no smell. Okay, no any bad smell, no any bad smell. Okay, okay, that is the meaning. Okay, compost will be dark brown color. Okay, that color of the compost also dark brown. Okay, and it would be difficult to identify the original waste because the waste are the already decomposed and convert to compost. Okay, after the well decomposed compost, you can't identify where is dried leaf, where is cow manure, where is paddy store, like that you cannot identify. Okay, because it's now it's converted to the compost. Okay, these are the well decomposed compost. Okay, you can check in your soap also. Someone you are buying in the compost from soap. That's that time you can check it also. Okay, that smell and color dark brown. Okay, then you can check it. Okay. You have the temperature changes during the compost pile. Okay, you have that time until they take that matured compost. Okay, you have the temperature. Okay, temperature is starting time very low. After time it is increase and it is the peak point of temperature. Active phase peak point. After that thing, it is automatically reduced. Okay, this one is metabolic phase. This one is thermophilic. This one is mesophilic. This one maturation phase. You have the 4 different. Okay, active phase have the 2 and this phase have the 2 1. Okay, mesophilic and maturation. Okay, this one is intensive combustion. Okay, this one only compose your spot exam identify. This one is by HS temperature, HS time. These are the active phase. These are the curing phase. Mesophilic. These are the thermophilic. This one also C1 also mesophilic. D1 is maturation. This one is the peak point. This one is the intensive composition. Okay, you want to identify. Okay, if you need, take the screenshot. These are things important. After here also one curve have. Here CON ratio. During the starting time, CON ratio is high. After that, it's come both low. Okay, here no need too much of thing about that. Okay, here have also 2, I think. Okay, here temperature increasing pace. This one is temperature increasing pace. Here centenary pace. Okay, here cooling space, release space. Temperature increase, present, then again is cooling. Okay, this one is thermophilic or high temperature space. This one here to here. Okay, then this one is mesophilic and already you are previous picture also I will show mesophilic and moderate space. This one also. This compost temperature with time. You want to take this picture also. Okay, decomposition of organic material in compost pile is greatly increased when create the proper balance between the carbon material and nitrogen. Sorry, carbonaceous material. It is called as brown material because they are dry. Okay, and nitrogen rich material. It is called as green material. We are using brown material and green material. Green material is carbon source. And green material is nitrogen source. Brown material is carbon source. Okay, because they are the more press and moist. Okay, then in compost pile, this balance is referred to the carbon nitrogen ratio. Okay, and it is so as the CN ratio. Okay, a hot fast compost pile with temperature up to 140 Fahrenheit or 60 Celsius is obtained when the CN ratio of the all material at average into 30 into 1. Carbon is 30, nitrogen is 1. It is good for well decomposed compost. Okay. For best performance, the compost pile requires the composting macroorganism and correct proportion of the carbon for the energy and nitrogen for the protein production. Usage of carbon for energy and nitrogen for usage for energy production. Okay. Carbon is energy source and nitrogen for protein production. For the production of fertile and sweet smelling compost, it is necessary to maintain the CO/N ratio, somewhere around the 25 into 30 part carbon to 1 part of nitrogen. Already I tell 25 into 30 into carbon. I think in one compost is 31 kilogram. 30 is carbon. 1 kilogram is nitrogen. I tell for just example for percentage. That's why 25 into 30 into 1. If you can see carbon. Carbon is ratio high more than 30. Okay, decomposition is slow down, but it's a meaning that CON ratio is high. CON ratio is carbon is excess. It means decomposition is slow down. In that's why nitrogen is excess. Too much of nitrogen, the microorganism cannot use it all, and excess of the lost in the form of smiley ammonia gas. Okay, that are the two meaning. Carbon is high, decomposition is slow down. Okay, microorganisms, the digested compost needed about the 30 part of carbon for every part of the nitrogen they are consuming. That is the balanced diet for them. Wait 1 minute. Okay. Okay, it is too much of nitrogen. The microorganism cannot use it all, and excess is lost from is mainly ammonia gas. Okay, they no ask why I in excess carbon but carbon excess nitrogen but carbon, just for information. I think this is compost making. This one is too much for you. Okay, but I will teach. But previous batch also teach. That's why we will teach. But notes is too much. Okay, most press plant material contain 40% of carbon. The C/N ratio varies because of different. Okay, in nitrogen content, not carbon content. Okay, press material have the 40% of carbon. In CON ratio is different because of the different nitrogen content. Okay, then dry material are genetically in the range of 40 to 50% carbon. Okay. Dry material. Okay, slopy and wet material are genetically 10 to 20% carbon. Okay, therefore the most important factor in the estimating the carbon to nitrogen ratio of the plant or food waste is how much both are present. Okay, then any organic matter that is has the C over N ratio is genetically smaller than 30:1 is considered a green. Okay, you can look at any organic matter which have the C over N ratio is genetically smaller than 30:1. It is considered a green. Okay, because 30:1 ratios mean C over N. Okay, then green, what are the green material is nitrogen source. Dry material is carbon source. Green material will increase, C over N ratio automatically decrease. Okay, that's why this is green material. Any organic material can C over N ratio genetically larger than 30:1, it is considered brown because C over N, C is increased, automatically C over N ratio increase. Example, food scraps has carbon and nitrogen ratio 70:1. It meaning 70 part of carbon and 1 part of nitrogen. Okay, then researchers have determined that effective compost can be made with equal part green and brown, or with 2 part green and 1 part of brown material, whatever they can use it. Okay, now finally we will move to the discussion part. You want to write the difference between the aerobic and anaerobic and vermicomposting. Okay, you want to make the chart aerobic and anaerobic and vermicompost. You want to write it. Define the term between the vermicompost and vermibost. You can search in Google. Okay, then mention the reason behind the following processing. Okay, okay, you can search it. What are this one? I think this 4:1. I have in this notes. Okay, you can read that notes and write it. So because I can't tell now, but you can read it anything. I ask question, but you know answer. That's why I will give punishment. You can search and write it in your discussion part. And what are the factors affecting the compost process? Lot of factors available. Sunlight, temperature, shade, moisture, lot of things. You can research it. And merit and demerit of the keep method. What are the merit and demerit of the keep method, pit method, and win method? You want to write it. What are the merit and demerit? Okay. Give the reason for the omitting the following material to make the compost. Why we are not using these are the material for preparation of the compost making. You want to search and write it. Why we not use these are the material for compost making. Okay, anyone can have the doubt? You tell answer yes or no. If you have doubt, tell yes. Otherwise, you can tell it no. Open your mouth. Otherwise, I call randomly. You have doubt?
No, sir.
Others?
No, sir.
Open your mouth.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, you can see now this video.
Hi there. Oscar Carmona, owner of Healing Ground Certified Biodynamic Nursery located in beautiful Santa Barbara, California, here to talk to you today about how to make a composter from a barrel. Contained compost systems are a good way to go if you live in a tight home environment that is a small yard. If you have rodent concerns or just aesthetics, you want something that's not going to look like an eyesore close by your kitchen door. Here in front of me I have a Tupperware container, and it's basically a worm bin with worms in it, and I use a lot of my kitchen scraps in there. The thing with a system like this, it's understood that you're creating a decent volume of green waste, and that's usually not just your kitchen scraps, which is ideal for a worm bin, as I said, but also perhaps grass clippings and leaves in particular. And when you're composting at this volume, you're going to, and it includes a lot of green waste from your kitchen, you're going to want to use some dry material in there, whether that's straw or, again, using strips from the newspaper. If you have newspaper, access to newspaper, avoid the glossy print, but all the rest of the newspaper is fair game. Do not be concerned about lead in the ink, because all inks are soy-based as far as newsprint is concerned. So you're basically layering your compost. As you add green waste from your kitchen, you're going to then add a nice layer of dry material, whether that be straw or newspaper clippings. If you happen to have access to manure, such as chicken manure or horse manure, you can add a little bit of that. With a large container like this, it's important to make sure that you have enough aeration through the column of the material as it starts to accumulate. So not only do you want to put holes in the bottom, and basically you can use a 5/16 type bit that's small enough, large enough, I should say, to allow oxygen, and small enough to provide blocking out any potential rodent entries. And I would go up the column of the side of the container, maybe every 5 inches, adding another hole, something like that, and then every 10 inches around the circumference of the container itself is sufficient. You don't have to riddle it with holes. You don't necessarily need to put worms in a system like this, although you could do that to add to the speed at which the material composts. It's not necessarily a good system to have on your cement patio, for example, but if you could have it over a ground area where it can drain into the ground, maybe the side of a garden is a good option. And you could put a lid on here to keep it rodent-proof. And then every 3 to 4 months, every season, you could tip this bin over and pour out the materials, and whatever material looks like dirt, where you can't recognize what it is you put in there, is pretty much composted. The rest of the material is what we call mulch, and you can reinvest it in your bin or use it as mulch in your garden. It's a real, I think, important reconnecting back to your garden and showing how you can use what is potentially seen as, has been seen as garbage, to an important food for your plants that you're enjoying for your dinner guests with that amazing flavor. Or if you want to maximize on the nutrition potential for your plantings in your garden, it's only as good as the quality of the soil. I'm Oscar Carmona, owner of Healing Ground Certified Biodynamic Nursery. Happy gardening.
This system also, I think, very good for rotation. You can turn automatically. Okay, that's why this one is also good. There are a lot of methods available. You can search in your YouTube.
By 3 is going to be the size that we're going to want to go for. Just take your dirt and just put it off to the side, because every time we add something to this, we're going to add a little bit of this dirt back in. We're just going to continue to dig this hole out. I'm just going to make it a nice square. I'm only going to go 6 inches, just so we can speed it up just a little bit here. 12 inches is great. The reason why we would do this is because when you dig a pit and you put your compost in there, you're going to end up with all of the organisms that are in the soil that will migrate into your compost and helps it decompose a lot faster. You'll have worms that are coming up in here to help decompose, to help the process along. There's lots of worms that I'm seeing right now in this pit already. I'm just going to square this off. I'm not going to dig the whole thing out just for time purposes, but I'll just start this one end. So we just want to get 6 inches down, and I'm going to continue to come across here so that I have kind of a nice pit going here. Then, once you've got this all cleaned out and squared off, so this would be all the way across, then you can start adding your composting material. Just got some grass clippings. You can throw some hay in there or anything from the garden or the kitchen, any kind of scraps. Like always, with all of the compost that I do, I'll always throw in some blood meal and some bone meal. That helps activate it. And it also makes for a more complete compost. We're going to continue to layer it, but we want to make sure that it's watered in. Then every 3 or 4 days, we can come here and we can stir this stuff up that we put in here. After 3 days, take a little bit of that dirt and sprinkle over the top of it. Stir that in too. You can keep adding, and then once it's all broke down, then you can go ahead and remove it from the pit and start a new one. Okay, now if we had a whole bunch of compost in here and we didn't really want to be digging and stirring it up, another option would be to use a little tiller, and I'm going to do that just to show you. Love these machines. You can see, just mixes it up really nice. You can do this with any of your compost heaps. It helps turn it, and a quick mix is just a kind of a little tip. And that's one of the things that I use even in my big compost over here. Of course, you'd have more compost in here and we'd have this finished dug out. But once you've added your blood meal and bone meal into this, you don't need to keep adding it. Just that first initial time is all that you need to do to it. So let it sit here. It might take a month and it might take 2 months. And you can tell when it has no more smell or aroma to it, it just smells earthy, then it's ready to go. Be put into your garden. And again, you know, it's just nice to have a pit where you can have all of those living organisms that work up into your compost, helps break it down a little bit faster. It's a little bit healthier. And by adding some of the dirt that you've put in there, also brings in some more organisms. It's a great way to go. Try the pit composting. You might like it.
Okay, I think you can get more knowledge related to that. Okay, you can search it in. Okay, search in Google or anything. You need notes in search in Google. And you give also. Okay, now anyone have doubt? Anyone have doubt? Anyone have doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. You are coming to next class. You want to clearly about the practical 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5. I will okay to upload the practical number 4. Now I upload the 4 and 5 practical. You want to write and submit coming Friday. Okay.
Sir, what about the newcomers?
But about?
Newcomers practical subject.
Okay. Latecomers, I don't know. I talk with my madam and then again I will tell to your representative or anyone. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Then others you can submit coming Friday enough or coming Saturday. 2 days enough. open. Otherwise, I go to Friday. I don't have any advantage for this one. For you need Friday. Enough. I will update when coming. The deadline date is Friday.
No, sir. Need 1 week.
1 week is too much. In your basically attempt to lectures, they will be 2 days. That's why now Zoom. That's why we give some more time. Okay. Coming. Okay, coming Saturday. The last date is coming Saturday. Coming Saturday mean which date? Saturday? Okay, 2 of the October. Okay, you can submit. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then we will finish the today lectures.